Now on WRDE Coast TV.
A tragic memory made into this memorial. How a Lewis family is honoring those who lost their lives during 9/11, including someone who is dear to them.
In light of 9/11, we're right now at Bicentennial Park here in Milford, and we're going to be talking about 9/11 celebrations that will kick off, especially coming up on the 15th.
This view of cars from above will possibly return to Ocean City. What you need to know about this year's pop-up rally and increased police presence.
As you see from above, a roadblock keeping traffic off of Robinsonville Road in Lewis. How long the detour is expected to last.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 6 starts right now.
Remembering those who gave everything at Ground Zero. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Charlie Sakaitis has the evening off. Welcome to our news at 6. A memorial service for those who died on September 11th is happening right now in Lewis.
Today hits close to home for one local family as they remember a loved one who lost his life trying to save others.
Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert is live in Lewis. Charles, the family says the community support means everything to them.
Maddie and Mallory, the rainy weather this afternoon served as a solemn reminder of what happened on this day 22 years ago. And Mark Whitford was a New York firefighter who made the ultimate sacrifice. To remember him, his family here in Lewis resurrected this memorial you see on your screen in his honor, right in their front yard. And the family also hosts a memorial service every year to remember everyone who never went home on this day in 2001. The family says remembering those lost is the best way to keep them alive.
One of the things that I like to stress is that we never forget, and future generations that weren't even born on 9/11, 2001, that we continue to remind them what occurred that day.
While the memorial service is starting to wrap up right about now, the Whitford family says that the memorial here is opened all year round to anyone who wants to come and reflect or say a prayer. I'm Charles Reiner, live in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Charles. Crowds gathered at the Ocean City Boardwalk today to pay tribute to those who lost their lives on 9/11. One Ocean City volunteer firefighter explained why this ceremony is so important.
This is the least that we can do to honor all of those, not just in the FDNY, but the hundreds of public service professionals that lost their lives on that day, again, voluntarily putting their way in harm's way to keep us all safe.
Tonight, as has been the case all weekend, starting at 7 p.m. on North Division Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, a 9/11 video tribute will be held, followed by the shining of two lights symbolizing the Twin Towers.
Some people believe that 9/11 should be a national day of remembrance, with schools and government offices closed, much like Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
I think it should be a national holiday. I remember when it happened, not only did it impact the families of 9/11, it impacted the whole United States.
I do think that it should be a day of remembrance. I can't think of a bigger, more important day in my lifetime.
Delaware Senator Chris Coons, along with Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy, introduced a bill today recognizing September 11th as a National Day of Service and Remembrance. The legislation is expected to encourage volunteerism on or around the anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. Senator Coons says, quote, "Since the 9/11 attacks, our country has marked this solemn day with reflection and service, a tribute to the victims, first responders, recovery workers, and military men and women who sacrificed in service of our nation."
And that brings us to our Coast TV poll this evening. We want to know if you think that 9/11 should be a federal day of remembrance. Let's take a look at the updated results.
Again, this would be something like Veterans Day or Memorial Day. 79% of people saying yes, they do believe this should be a federal day. 21% saying maybe not.
If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at WRDE.com or on our mobile app. We'll have updated results later in the newscast.
Today is also referred to as Patriot Day as we take a live look into Lewis at the Tunnel and Razor camera there. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our Patriot Day weather. Good evening, Paul.
Well, on this Patriot Day, which is used to not only highlight our first responders as well as our military, right now we're located live here in Bicentennial Park in Milford, and they're going to have wonderful celebrations that will actually last throughout going into this weekend on September the 15th, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. Right now, let's take a look at your Patriot Day forecast. Isolated thunderstorms popping in and out for the afternoon. We actually had some showers that became a little more significant for us, but we're looking at temperatures going from the mid-70s down to the lower 70s before the day is done. Here's a quick look at what's happening with our radar at this present time. We're starting to see a lot of the scattered showers begin to break up very quickly for us right here along the coast, but heavier showers that are coming throughout the most southern portions of our viewing area. And we anticipate that the temperatures are going to still stay depressed into the 70s, a far cry from the record-setting temperatures that we had just last week. Now, coming up, we're going to be talking about the celebrations that we expect here at Bicentennial Park going into this weekend that will involve the entire community right here at this location, which is a memorial really highlighting the local military history here in the Milford area. But for right now, I'm Coast TV Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, live on the coast. Back to you.
Thank you, Paul. The pop-up car rally, most commonly known as H2OI, is possibly coming back to Ocean City, and with it, the town's special event zone. According to the town, cars are known for doing burnouts, drag racing, and speeding during the event. To combat that, the town reduces speed limits to 30 miles an hour and increases fines and penalties for violations. Ocean City says people should expect an increased police presence and expect traffic and delays in the area. The special event zone is in effect from September 19th through the 24th.
An Ocean City man faces multiple felony charges after he was arrested at the Starboard in Dewey Beach. Delaware State Police went to the Starboard Saturday night for a report of a person being disorderly. Police say 37-year-old Matthew Slentz did not comply when a trooper and employees tried to remove him. In fact, so much so, according to police, Slentz pulled out a razor blade and lunged at a police officer. Well, Slentz was then tased and subdued. After searching Slentz, police found a concealed spring-loaded switchblade knife.
Hitting a roadblock in Lewis, starting today, the entrance to Robinsonville Road from Plantation Road was closed off as road work continues for the larger 5 Points project.
As Coast TV News reporter Tori Seagraves shows us, the detour and ongoing delays causing frustration amongst drivers.
Construction workers break ground in hopes of groundbreaking results for the Plantation Road Improvement Project. Robinsonville Road is now blocked to traffic on Plantation Road and will remain closed for about a month. For Giovanni Palermo, he now always sees orange cones on his daily commute.
Well, it's a little annoying because I usually take that way in the morning to go to school. But so now I'm having to go on 24 to get there. And it's a lot more backed up. It takes longer to get there.
While work continues for widening Plantation Road to add a lane for the new roundabout, DOT recommends taking Cedar Grove Road as a detour. Some say there are plenty of ways around like this to let road work continue head-on.
I think it'd be an inconvenience for some folks, but I think there's enough other roads to get around, enough back roads and other ways to get where we need to go. And I think it has to happen as part of the bigger picture and to make it safer here at the intersection.
This work will also allow Robinsonville Road to be realigned with the wider Plantation Road. DOT says after this part of the project is completed, the next big detour to look out for will be just down the street at the Route 9 connector and Saltmarsh Boulevard. That detour is expected to last for 6 months. I'm Tori Seagraves in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Changes in traffic are also taking place on Route 1 between the intersection of Route 24 and Old Landing Road near the Rehoboth Mall. Lanes went down from 3 to 2. This includes the reconstruction of the concrete median and storm drains. The agency says work will continue through late November.
We have a number of programming changes that have started today on Coast TV. Take a look here. Extra moves to 11:30, followed by the Drew Barrymore Show at noon. NBC News Daily still airs at 1. That's where you can get local news cut-ins by Coast TV News, by the way. And then the Jennifer Hudson Show at 2.
Then at 3 p.m., Tamron Hall. At 4 p.m., our local lifestyle program, Coast Life. And in between Coast TV News at 5 and 6, you can now catch Inside Edition. We'll see you then.
We have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Searching for these 2 people in Bethany Beach. High-value items police say they stole at a craft show.
Well, stormy weather will continue to impact Delmarva through the middle of the week. I'll have the details coming up in just a few minutes.
Biking in Lewis taking a turn. The area's cyclists want to see fixed. We're back in just 60 seconds.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, this is why we walk. They're why we walk. We walk in the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's because we're getting closer to beating this disease. Join us!
Need a new roof? Life could be sweeter with Hershey Exteriors. GAF Master Elite Certified Tyler Hershey is the man to call. With hundreds of online reviews and a 4.9 Google rating, we make sure to put the right roof over your head. Our work is sealed with a 50-year non-prorated warranty on material and labor. Storm damage? Get a free inspection and we can help you through your insurance claim. Don't wait months for a new roof. Call Hershey Exteriors because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors, serving Delmarva.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, this is why we walk. They're why we walk. We walk in the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's because we're getting closer to beating this disease. Join us!
New data puts cyclist safety in the spotlight after a survey found it's the #1 concern for cyclists in Lewis.
The survey polled thousands of cyclists to help the city of Lewis and the Delaware Department of Transportation as it works together on a bicycle master plan to improve conditions in the city. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk shows us the concerns behind the numbers.
Chester Poslusny bikes around Lewis at least 3 times a week.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 o'clock, or earlier when it's very hot, or later if it's snowing.
Poslusny says cyclist safety needs some work here.
I stay in the bike lane or on the sidewalk, but people really don't look for bicycles.
He's not alone in his fears. A survey done by the City of Lewis and the Delaware Department of Transportation found safety is the #1 concern for cyclists.
Those survey results showed out of nearly 200 responses, nearly half of those people say they don't bike as much as they'd like to here in Lewis because they don't feel safe.
Others, like Edward Hertzfeld, weighed in about insufficient infrastructure, like unclear signage and skinny sidewalks.
If they were a little wider, if possible, would be great because when you pass each other, it's kind of tight.
The survey is part of the city's master bike plan that aims to improve some of these issues. Poslusny doesn't know what the fix is for better biking, but he thinks education is key.
When you get a license for a car, you have training to go through. We really don't have that for bikes.
There's a public information session coming up on Wednesday, October 11th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the Lewis Public Library. This is an opportunity for you to learn more about those survey results and the Lewis Bike Plan itself. I'm Heidi Kirk in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Well, the stormy weather over the past few days will likely continue through midweek. I'll let you know just how much more rain we can expect coming up just after the break.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness!
With free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join the judgment-free zone today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Experience the ultimate in relaxation at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Introducing health and wellness recliners and sofas with deep tissue massage and soothing therapeutic heat to restore your body and relax your mind. The Zero Gravity Recliner also elevates your legs above your heart to alleviate pressure on your joints, promote circulation, and reduce swelling in your legs and feet. Now at Alton Brothers, the health and wellness recliners start at just $7.99. Have you been to Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury lately?
Honor, respect, trust your roof to Valor. The 3 pillars of Valor Roofing, instilled in us by our founder, Vietnam veteran Al Kincaid. Purchased with a purpose this month. Your new Valor Roof helps us donate a new roof every month to combat veterans in need. Don't get scorched this summer storm season. Stay ahead of the leaks. Save big on your new Valor Roof with 50% off all materials and payments as low as $119 per month. Call Valor Roofing today.
833-83-VALOR. Not all internet is created 10G. That's why more people are excited about the game-changing power of Extreme. We didn't stop at a fiber-powered network. We went further. Extreme's 10G platform brings a new level of fast, up and down. Plus, better than ever whole home Wi-Fi and new built-in threat detection to keep your internet safe and secure. With the power of Extreme 10G, you're going to be unstoppable.
When you believe in things that you don't understand and you suffer.
The Duck, the station where you know the words to every song.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
Take a look at this video sent to us from Brian Gallo in the Dagsboro area. If you can zoom in on your screen, or you can see it back there, there's a spout forming. Our meteorologists are classifying this as a tornado, saying this was a tornado that formed in the Dagsboro area around 3 p.m., a rotation forming there near the power plant as it moved to the east. We are getting reports of damage in that area. Our First Alert meteorologist Alex Seymour joins us, and he's been tracking it all afternoon. Alex?
Yeah, we certainly did see a tornado pass through areas. We've seen several damage reports come in around Adams Road in the Dagsboro area, and now seeing that video and seeing other videos on social media, that certainly confirms that we did likely see a tornado. There's not a rating yet. That likely won't come until tomorrow, but seeing some of the videos and photos of the damage, it's likely going to be rated right around an EF0 tornado, but still that can cause pretty significant damage, tree damage, and even some damage to some buildings in people's backyards. Right now though, the storms, they've quieted down. Live radar right now, most of the showers and thunderstorm activity has died down in Sussex County. Still some rain as you head farther to the south of Willards, and then down towards Snow Hill, still dealing with a few of those showers. Here we go, we're going to take a closer look and on the live radar about 3-4 hours ago when that storm moved through. So we're just going to let it rotate back around to that earlier time frame, and we can actually, here's that cell, and you can see those damage reports come in right along Adams Road, Bunting Road, Piney Neck Road, in between Bunting Road and Piney Neck Road. That is where the tornado likely moved through. Was not on the ground for very long, probably just a few hundred yards, but it did cause a little bit of damage in that area. Right now, though, we're going to continue to deal with those showers and storms falling apart, thankfully. So no more severe weather we have to worry about tonight as this stationary boundary becomes more of a cold front and starts to slide off the coast. What we're waiting for now is this cold front off into the Midwest. This is going to work its way towards Delmarva as we head towards tomorrow night. So another round of some heavy rain is expected as we head towards tomorrow evening through tomorrow night and likely into the daytime hours of Wednesday. Right now, Boardwalk Plaza Hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach certainly has quieted down in Rehoboth Beach. The board's still a little bit damp from earlier rain, but they're drying out. People are back on the boardwalk enjoying this evening, and you can see those clouds starting to move away from the area. Even some blue skies out there in Rehoboth Beach. Temps sitting right around 76 degrees right now in Rehoboth. You can see on our Futurecast, showers completely gone. This is by 8:30 this evening. And then as we head throughout the overnight hours into early Tuesday afternoon, we're going to stay dry. Tomorrow, the first half of the day, probably until about 3 to 4 p.m., it's going to be beautiful. But once we head into the afternoon and evening hours, late afternoon and evening hours, we start to see clouds pop up and then some showers starting to pop up. This is about 4:30 p.m. Nothing too widespread, but you certainly want to keep an umbrella handy tomorrow evening. Much more widespread. Heavier rain moves in during the overnight hours. This is Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. Could be a very wet commute, likely some ponding of water on roadways, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that. And if the rain is heavy enough, we could deal with a little bit of flash flooding. Rainfall totals, they could be significant in some of those heavier rainfall areas, those heavier thunderstorms. Our in-house Futurecast actually forecasts upwards of 2 to 3 inches of rain in parts of the region, so we'll have to keep a very close eye on that over the next 48 hours. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast shows stormy weather through Wednesday, but then take a look at that. The remainder of the 7 days, sunshine with temps in the 70s and 80s.
where we're on the road live right now at Bicentennial Park here in Milford, and right here at the memorial, which actually is a wonderful homage to all of the local military folks that have served here throughout the area. But this is going to be the location of the Riverwalk Freedom Festival that's going to kick off on September the 15th from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's an all-day event to commemorate the anniversary of 9/11. Now, the event usually spans an entire downtown Milford area from Walnut Street to this location, Bicentennial Park. They'll have live free music, 100 vendors, events for the kids, paddle boat rides, duck dash on the Mississippi River, and fireworks that will kick off at dark. All of this remembering all of our military as well as first responders in commemoration of 9/11. And 9/11 is one of those events kind of like, where were you when Kennedy was shot? Where were you when Reagan was shot? Where were you 9/11? Let us not ever forget. I'm Coast TV Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, live here in Milford. Back to you.
Thank you, Paul. And that brings us back to our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you think that 9/11 should be a federal day of remembrance.
Taking a look at your screen, an even bigger majority now saying yes, 86% believe it should be in the same category as Veterans Day or Memorial Day.
And if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so on our website or our news app. We'll have updated results again on Coast TV News at 11. A reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations, Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM, on 93.5 The Beach, and on Big 107.7.
Bethany Beach police are looking for two people they say stole rings from a recent craft show. The department says these are the people that they want. Police say they stole rings that were worth over $2,700. Police say both people were last seen on the south end of the boardwalk.
A road closure is coming to Milford starting tomorrow. DelDOT says Northeast Front Street between 8th Street and Denny Row will be closed. The closure will go through September 14th. DelDOT says the road is getting closed for crossroad pipe installation.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The first NFL Sunday of the new season kicked off yesterday, and unfortunately for some teams, the injury bug is already out. Yesterday, the Philadelphia Eagles narrowly escaped Foxborough with a 25-20 win over the New England Patriots, but the Birds didn't escape completely unscathed. Starting linebacker Nakobe Dean suffered a foot injury that's expected to keep him out at least a month. In the meantime, the Birds have signed veteran linebacker Rashawn Evans to its practice squad ahead of this week's game against Minnesota. Evans was selected in the first round of the 2018 draft by Tennessee. He spent 4 seasons with the Titans before playing in Atlanta last year. In 2023, he played in all 17 games and tallied 159 tackles for a career high. Over to the hardwood, it was reported today that LeBron James plans to represent the United States in the 2024 Paris Olympics. James plans to recruit other NBA stars like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. LeBron is a 2-time gold medalist and last played for the U.S. in the 2012 Olympics. The United States have won 4 consecutive gold medals at the Olympics. The Olympics start July 26, 2024. That'll do it for sports.
Soaring Over the Shore is brought to you by Morse Roofing and Siding.
From a field to a place with a lot of political capital, Georgetown is the county seat for Sussex County, a gathering place for locals, and also the heartbeat of state politics.
In 1791, the county seat was moved from Lewis to here, James Pettyjohn's old field. That act also provided for 100 acres to build a new courthouse and jail, and Georgetown has been the home of county government ever since. Advertised as 16 miles from anywhere due to its central location, Georgetown is a historic, quiet escape from the busy beaches. Its circle is on the National Register of Historic Places, and each election, it's full of bipartisan celebration in Return Day. Whether you're passing through or enjoying all that the town has to offer, Georgetown is a place that feels like home.
Well, Tommy, here's another roof I got to get done today.
Leave this one to me, Tom.
We got that one done.
You got the next one.
There's good.
There's better. And then there's more.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Sometimes you can't avoid life's messes. You need a vacuum that can handle anything. At Beach Vacuums, we have vacuums that are built to last, keeping your house clean for years to come, offering yearly tune-ups and repairs so you can keep cleaning. Only at Beach Vacuums, trade in your old vacuum, even if it's broken, for a discount on a new one. Beach Vacuums, the last full-service vacuum store in Sussex County.
The American black duck is an iconic species, well known throughout the Delmarva Peninsula. Although the population is currently stable, they're well below their population goals and they're considered a species of concern. The USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service looks to increase and restore black duck habitat throughout the Delmarva Peninsula.
I utilize the Working Lands for Wildlife program to help transform a low-lying wet area into waterfowl habitat.
To learn more about the Working Lands for Wildlife program, contact your local USDA Service Center.
Come and get your fun. Come and get your fun.
Fun looks good on you. So play the new Battleship Connect 4 and Yahtzee Fast Play games from the Maryland Lottery. Delmarva's rock station for 35 years.
Cap off the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 19th to the 22nd. Embrace fall with a variety of fun activities, including beach bonfires, corn maze, tractor rides, and pet and bicycle events. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy free family fun all day. Visit oceocean.com/sunfest for more.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Coming up new on Coast TV News at 11, surf restrictions in Ocean City, for how long? That story and more on Coast TV News at 11.
Well, the storms, the showers that we dealt with earlier today are starting to just fizzle out, and now the rest of the evenings are going to be quite pleasant across the region. Take a look at this out there on our Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel. Pretty quiet evening there in Ocean City as the skies clear out. Temp sitting right around 78 degrees. Tomorrow we could deal with a few more storms, but most of the day going to be dry with temps near 82 degrees on the sands. Thunderstorm chances, they linger into Wednesday. Wednesday we could be dealing with scattered storms all day long. They clear out though for the remainder of the week heading into the weekend.
Alex, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.